90 Day Fiance is a TLC series about Americans who have fallen in love with someone from another country and wants to get married. The show has been airing for many years, launched several spin-offs, and has produced some of the most talked about couples in the history of reality TV. People travel to the United States on a K-1 visa and have 90 days to decide if they want to make it to the altar. But once the visa expires, they are in it for good or gone forever. The couples have to adjust to cultural differences and different family dynamics and ultimately deciding within a few months if they truly want to get married. Now, let's note that just like any other reality television series, there are some fakeness to it, and this isn't any different. 90 Day Fiance has displayed some fake relationships and abusive characters who displayed signs of having all the wrong motives for marrying their other half. Now the fans eat this up and can't get enough of the show's awkward moments and heated arguments. Complete with all the essentials needed for reality TV that include drama, unusual circumstances, love, and of course tears. It's not surprising why the show is one of the television's most addicting reality television series. The show is definitely filled with arguments, blow-ups, and even breakups. Some of the most remembered moments are some of the most absurd moments seen in show history. And today we're going to cover 3. But before we do, like this video if you enjoy 90 Day Fiance and subscribe to the channel for future content. Mark, age 58, out of Baltimore, Maryland, and Nikki, age 19, from the Philippines, relationship was strange from the very beginning. This couple from season 3 had a huge age difference, with Mark being 58 and Nikki being 19. Given his age, Mark could have easily been labeled as Nikki's dad, and it seems as though he treated her more like his daughter than a fiance. They definitely made the viewers feel weird with their love affair pretty much all the time. When Mark bought Nikki a new Camaro to help with her homesickness, his sweet gesture turned into an absurd moment. Before Nikki even had 30 seconds to enjoy the gift, Mark let her know that this car is the exact make and model that his ex-wife used to drive. He then gave her a lesson on how his ex-wife used to operate the vehicle in her previous pregnancy. Things got weird as soon as he picked her up from the airport. While driving home, Nikki stared out the window and eventually touched it, which immediately prompted a reaction from Mark saying that she shouldn't touch the window because it'll leave marks, and that was the same rule he had for his children. George and Ann always stood out from the rest of the 90 Day Fiance couples for starters. Ann didn't try to hide the fact that she was interested in marrying George for his money, and since George knew that he decided to lie about being rich. Now, although the whole relationship between the two was pretty much nothing but awkward, a big moment came in a sit-down tell-all interview with host Sean Robinson early that season. Ann scratches the word idiot inside the car side door of George's car, and though she has a lot of time for reflection before the tell-all, it doesn't appear that she got any type of clarity when Robinson asked Ann if she regretted killing her husband's car. She only answered no. After the host asked her why she doesn't regret the action, the reality star stares while the camera was on George for what felt like the longest stretch of silence in the history of television. Last but not least, in season 4, an episode introduced fans to Chantel and her Dominican fiancé Pedro. Though the two were actually in love, their families always clashed on the show, which caused a lot of stress for the young couple. Things didn't shape up either, as the feud only got worse when the couples returned from 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After. The couple traveled to the Dominican Republic for a second wedding, and during the family dinner, Chantel's family noticed that Pedro's mother and sister served them something strange. The something strange was chicken feet and chicken neck, and they ultimately decided they wouldn't eat. And of course, that made the two families start fighting. Chantel and Pedro attempted to translate and keep the peace, but in the end, Chantel family stormed out in anger and said in the religion of voodoo, they used a lot of chicken feet, and naturally, they didn't want to be taken advantage of. So that's all we have for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to leave a comment, like, and subscribe to the channel for future content just like this.